Hello friends, welcome to Learn CSS course. In this video, we are going to look at the first selector. So the selector is Universal Selector. So here you will learn how to select all HTML tag and apply style to it. In the last video, we installed Visual Studio Code and we created a folder called CSS. So one can use star selector. So this is also called the Universal Selector to select all HTML tag. So what's the purpose of selecting the HTML tag? Say for example, let's consider two tags. One is body and another one is paragraph tag. So once you select the tag, you can apply style to the selected tag. So the concept of selecting a tag is called CSS selector. So using CSS selector, you can select a tag and apply a CSS rule to it. The rule is specified by star symbol here in the Universal Selector. And then we can apply the style to the selected tags. So let us look at here. If you see, the tags are HTML is one tag, head, that's called one tag, title is one tag, body, h1, p, all these stuffs are tags. So using the star tag, you can select all the tag. So here, if you see, what you are seeing here is called rule. The rule is font family and rule value is consolas. That means here we are specifying the font and font name. Next, font style, italic. And you can see that here it is like this: rule, colon, value. So we can call this as style rule, and style rule is font family, and value what we are giving is consolas. That means we want to set consolas font to the selected tags. Also font style, we are specifying it as italic. Next comes the Universal Selector. So this is what called selector, and we call this as rules. So that's all here. Since we specified star, we are telling that apply this to all the tags. So all the tags means here the visual tags are h1. So this will be presented to the user. Then this paragraph tag and its content. So the content here is heading 1. The next content is this is a simple paragraph. There are two HTML content, right? And the style rule will be applied to both these tags. Why? Because here we specify the selector as a star. That means select all the tags in the HTML and apply the rule consolas font and italic style. I mean the font style. So the consolas font and italic font style will be applied to these visual elements. Now let's go to the demo and create the files. Here, if you see, we will end up into two files. So the first one here is the HTML file. So we have to create HTML. CSS we can keep in the same file itself, but for initial few videos, we will go with the recommended solution of having a separate CSS file. So here we will create a CSS file, and there will be two files required for this demo. One is the HTML and another one is the CSS file. Now let's go to the demo. Here, if you see, I am already in practice area CSS. Now we will open Visual Studio. So Visual Studio Code. And if you see, by default it goes to this CSS. Why? Because we opened this folder previously. Suppose if you want to close the folder, you can go ahead here in the file menu and choose close folder. So this will ask you to open the folder, and we can go to the folder and click on select folder, and it will open the folder. So the open folder will be remembered by the Visual Studio Code. So next time when you open the IDE, and it will open the folder. So we will close the welcome screen. Here click on the plus sign, so this will create a new file, and file name I am giving it as HTML or HTML, whatever you want, you can give that. So now you are inside the editor and you can start typing your code. So here it has IntelliSense, so once you type, it will show the available tags HTML. So once you place a space bar, and once you start typing, it will suggest the attributes required XML namespace. So this is required for all the HTML, and here we are referring the XML schema as so we just specified the XML namespace. We need the document type as well. So it's good to have the document type as well. So before starting this HTML, we will specify the document type. So from next video onwards, we will make use of these two templated one and copy the content to the new HTML file which we create. So we will copy this document type, then we will specify this HTML namespace as well. I mean the XML namespace. Next, here we are opening the head tag, and VS Code will automatically place the end tag and title CSS examples. So we can link to the style sheet using the link tag here in the header section itself. I am using the link. So REL relation equal to style sheet. So since we want to specify the external style sheet, here we are specifying that with the relation tag REL tag. So since it's case sensitive, we will go with the style sheet. Then we will use the reference tag. Hyperlink reference equal to, we will specify our style sheet name. Since we named this as HTML, let me go with the same name so that it will be easy to refer later. But it's not, you can give any name. Here I'm giving it as 001 underscore sheet.css. So this file is not yet created, and we will create it soon. And here we are causing the link tag. Previously you saw a red mark right in the head, so that means there is a error, and once you close the link tag we will see the error is gone. Next we will open a body tag. So here in the body tag I'm typing the tag h1, heading 1, and we will type one paragraph as well. This is a sample paragraph. So now our HTML file is ready, and if you want to run it, you can go to this run and debug and click on this run and debug button. It will show which browser you want to use. Since here I have two browsers, one is Chrome and Edge, I'm choosing the Edge browser, and you can see the heading 1 is displayed here and paragraph is displayed here, but we haven't applied any style to this HTML content. Now even though we specified a style sheet, it's not available. Now we will create one. So we will copy this name and create a new file and name it as CSS. So we know that the universal selector is star, so I'm just typing the star and opening the curly brace, hit enter, and selector is ready, and the selector is now without any rule. So now once you start typing, you can see the rule names, font, hyphen. Here I want to set a family, font family, and once you place colon, it will show all the available font families. So here, if we take the very first example, Courier New, Courier monospace, and it shows, it tries for Courier New in your system, and if it is not available, then it will go for Courier, and if that is not available, it will go to monospace. So here I am just for example using only one font, Consolas, and if it is not available in your system, you can apply any font that is available, and you can quickly see this using the notepad. Test strings, view, edit font, font family. If you see, these are all the font available in my system, and here since Consolas is not, Consolas is available, I am picking that and applying it. So that's the font name, font family. Next we will use the font style as well. So whatever the IntelliSense is suggesting, use that. Don't change the cases because it's case sensitive. So I'm using font style. And font style, if you see, there are variety of style available: italic, normal, oblique. Oblique also a form of italic. Now let's use the italic style. And that's also we defined the style sheet as well. So when the file is not yet modified, when the file is modified, you will see a dot here. And if you see, there is no dot here in this HTML file in the very first tab, but second one contains the dot. So here is the dot after the CSS. Once I save the content, that dot will disappear. Alright, now CSS also ready. Now we can run the file. So to run the file, just select the file, then choose the run. So at present HTML is in selected state. You can go for run and debug. Since previously Chrome is the profile we used, the Edge is the profile we used, it used the Edge. And you can see now the paragraphs are set with console of font, and the texts are in italic style. So both the styles are applied to both the tags because the selector is Universal Selector here star. So this is the selector. It tells that select all the tag, and these are all the rule which tells apply this rule to the tags. That's all here in this very first video. And next video onwards, what we will do, we will copy the content and paste in the HTML. Same way we will do the copy paste. So just type it this time to know the IntelliSense feature of the Visual Studio Code. So it gives these tooltips also, so you can know what each tag will do. Right. Okay, that's all here in this video. Thank you for watching. Bye.